Hi, I'm Rhonda.
I'm Angie.
And we are Adventures in No Madness at the Escape Industries showroom in beautiful Chilliwack, Canada.
All right, this is the big question. Number one, thanks Canada for letting us take our time so we can actually stop here this year. But here's the big question. If we had to do it all over again, going full time, would we still stay with the 21C or would we choose the 21NE? I don't know. Let's go figure that out.
So, one of the reasons I love being in the RV is because I can sit in the dinette, look out the back window, and see a beautiful landscape or view most of the time, and drink a cup of coffee. The only thing that this showroom model doesn't have is coffee and a view. When we came up back in 2018, looking at the various models that were available then, we thought, almost all the places that we boondock and some of the RV parks, when we back in, the view is always out the back. So we really wanted to sit back here. And yes, the bed in the front means that you have to walk by it if you're bringing people in, and it's slightly smaller, it's not a true queen, but we are fine with the bed size. This is where we spend most of our waking time, and having a window in the back is truly awesome. Second is, on the 21 Classic, your batteries are inside. And in this configuration, we have the U-shaped dinette, but in this configuration, the batteries are right underneath the seat and pretty easy to access. Ours is the U-shape, and then you have additional storage back here. So if you're planning on camping in really cold weather, and as you might know by looking at some of our older videos from last year, we spent over 5 weeks in the cold, down to -10 Fahrenheit at one point. And having the batteries outside at that point would have been a no-go, because we would have had zero ability to charge them. So, can 2 people sleep in not a queen-size bed? Well, yes, actually it's quite comfortable. I sleep on this side up against this wall, and Angie's over there. I don't have to worry about rolling out, and I don't have to climb over her should I need to get up in the middle of the night. Just accessing from the end. And we have 2 small dogs that like to sleep with us as well. So if there's ever any issue with space, it's all about the fact that they don't have enough. Angie always wants to video me at the wrong moment. Not really. I'm in a showroom, so clearly I'm not using the bathroom. Or at least I hope it's clear that I'm not using the bathroom. Why am I sitting in here? Well, basically, if you look at the size of this bathroom, when we were looking at them in 2018, when you walk in and sit down, you don't feel quite as cramped. It's very minor though. That's because this space in the back, behind the toilet, you actually have space. And for us, that means that we have a little bit more storage, but also if you're sitting on the toilet, if you should lean back, you're not going to hit your head on the cabinet. So when Angie starts looking at the NE, let's see if she really loves the counter space in there or not, because I'm wondering if that's not a deal breaker. Oops. It's a good thing there's nothing in there. Oh, why am I down here? Because this is the only way that I can actually see visually the size of these tanks on the Classic. You have a whopping 22-gallon black tank and 28-gallon fresh and gray water. Wow. I wish this had been available when we ordered our 21C, just so we had a comparison. This would have been a hard choice. Well, it feels very spacious coming in here, because you're not walking right into basically a bathroom right here and a door. Wow, this is super awesome. I love the 21NE. All right, so this is really my first impressions after being in here. The queen size bed. Well,
You know, it's not that bad sleeping in a double-sized bed in the 21C, but this is very spacious, and it would give the dogs a lot more room too, because 10 little pounds, they like to stretch out. So lots of storage underneath the queen-size bed. You know, we could put a lift under that if you wanted to be able to access it. What some people do is open those up and put like a slider that comes straight out, so that's one option. Well, I love this big dinette too. Holy moly, this would give us all kinds of room to spread out over here. You could even make this into a partial bed if you wanted to, or lay down at lounge area and have another part of it as yeah, this is very roomy. I kind of like this. You can totally stretch out. My feet hit the wall at this point. And not only that, this makes into another full-size queen bed. It's really large. I think it's actually larger than a queen bed. Well, if you're a family trying to decide, you may want to go with the 21NE because you can have this cot or with cots or cot ready. So that's a nice feature. The 21NE also comes standard with the U-shaped dinette. That is an option in the 21C. All right, well, let's just go check out the bathroom. I do kind of like coming in and having the bathroom there versus over here. Let's go check it out. So typical size as the 19 and the 50, but I think it's fine. Yeah, it works for me. Well, I think this might have been a tough choice. However, I think there's some key differences. Like this pantry for our food. This is obviously designed as a wardrobe, but we turned ours into a pantry because we're full-time, and this would definitely be a much smaller pantry. Cooking. This is the new Dometic stove top that they're putting in. This is not as roomy right here. So there's some huge pluses with the queen size bed and the larger dinette. Cooking surface, definitely not as big. I do like the reduced profile of their new hood ranges here. And I would say there's definitely not as much storage because you have the larger bed, you have a reduced kitchen size, and so there is less storage here. Now in this one they have opted to put the convection oven right underneath the stove, so that allows more storage up here. I mean, overall it feels like a lot of storage in here. I'm not sure it's the same amount, or it's at least different storage, and it would be a little tougher for us, I think, with how we have things stored to actually find some of that same room in here. But it actually looks pretty close because you have all that storage underneath that queen size bed. All right, lots of storage underneath. And yeah, so there's lots of great storage all underneath there. Wait, where's the batteries? There's no batteries. Oh my God, there's no batteries. Where's the batteries? Here's where the batteries go in the 21NE. It might be another deal breaker. Oh no, I'm in trouble already on this one. Okay, this has the same fresh and black tank capacity at 28 gallons as the 21C, but the poor black tank is only 13.2 gallons. I think that might be a deal breaker. Well, we've moved on from pretend coffee to pretend wine. All right, so 21C versus 21NE. What would we have gone with? And the answer is
21C.
Yeah, we like what we have. It's awesome. Here's the big deal breakers for us. Would have been having the batteries outside of the unit. Now, if you followed us in the past, as Rhonda has said, that we do camp in a lot of inclement weather, and we've camped down to 10 below Fahrenheit. So having batteries on the outside of the unit is definitely a no-go for us. The other one is the black tank size. So we do a lot of boondocking and a lot of dry camping, and so having that larger capacity black tank is also key for us.
It's all about how long you're going to be in a particular place. And we have camped for weeks on end in one place. And although we can get additional water and we can conserve a lot, not being able to just, use the black tank as needed, that can cause a problem because it means moving the RV more often.
Yeah, so, one way you can counteract that is to have a composting toilet if you're the type that likes to boondock a lot. Or I think the 21NE is great for families because of the queen size bed and the large size dinette that can be made into a larger than queen size bed. Great for families, and great for families where you might be camping in campgrounds with bathrooms as well, especially if you're out for long periods of time. If you're using this for weekends, I think that's perfect for your family. The large beds and the placement of everything, this is a really, really nice unit.
Yeah, I would actually love this one, but full timing, not having the additional space. I love how open it is. Walking in and not having to walk in the back if you're bringing in friends, this is huge. You have to really think about what kind of camping do you do, what kind of weather is it in, are you going to be inside a lot, do you think, or not? So
yeah, you can only do so much with the engineering and the black tank. So, but again, if you are somebody that wants this kind of room and boondocks a lot, you might consider the composting toilet. So the 21C has been fantastic for us. I feel like the storage is well placed in the 21C. It's easy for us because we put a bed lift on to get under the bed to access all of that. We've got great storage underneath the benches, and because the kitchen is a bit larger in the 21C, we have a lot more kitchen storage. Plus, because we have turned the wardrobe into a pantry, that's much larger than what we would get in the 21NE. So for us, the 21C definitely wins out on kind of those three issues: the battery, the black tank, and kitchen storage.
Yes.
Yeah, kitchen storage. Storage that is more accessible. I think there's ample storage in here. It's just a lot more of it's going to be underneath the bed and under the benches. Well, the other thing, of course, is the bed. The queen size bed is awesome. However, one person is going to have to crawl over the other person. So there's pros and cons to everything. There's not, in my opinion, there's not just one RV out there that's perfect in the 100% of the boxes you might have to check. So there's always going to be some concessions that one or the other person is going to have to make.
I never concede.
She's pretty stubborn. She doesn't look like she is.
Give in? Yes. Concede? No. Or is it give up? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you got some value out of this video, please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in some more escape adventures.
Hey, are you interested in an escape? Are you trying to figure out what model? Well, we've got the answer for you.